All right, my loves, it's your girl Diamond. I'm back with my own review of Married to Medicine. Okay, Qua opens up the scene cooking some breakfast, and her man calls her, says he got a surprise. Lo and behold, it's a brand new Rolls Royce, and in the trunk is a Louis Vuitton suitcase. And we get more into him. He is a very handsome man. Okay, he got his own confessional with her, and he owns a rental luxury car company. All right, Quad, I see you. I see you. She's just in love, okay? I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. That's what exactly what she's in. She's in love. And they complete each other, and she's talking about having a baby. She went to the doctor, got everything checked out, maybe starting the IVF process. I mean, it's been a year. Okay, y'all probably had these conversations. No wedding bells yet. I mean, hey, it doesn't matter. There is no proper order when you find your person. All right, and they like to travel in style, and I'm like, cool, do you, Quad? I'm happy. Moving on. We got Toya. Toya is headed to Eugene's office so they can talk to their teenage son about puberty. He's reaching the age of 12 where his body is going to change. Toya is just blunt with it, okay? While Eugene is trying to be more educational by talking about his level of testosterone is going to go up. He's going to get hairs in certain places. And he said that already happened. And two things. He already knows what places has hair coming out, and he's had a wet dream. Toya is like, oh my God, I cannot. I cannot. But I think Toya is the perfect person to have these conversations because she's open, she's honest, you know what I'm saying? And she's willing to have these uncomfortable conversations with her sons. I'm here for it, right? So she's talking to Eugene about adding a new service because Eugene opened a wellness clinic. It's been open for about 9 months. Since his weight loss, he offers weight loss supplement, hormone therapy replacement for men and women. And since he was a part of the emergency profession, it hasn't really been great post pandemic. So when he opened up another clinic, I think it was more his speed and more comfortable for him, and obviously less time consuming. Now she loves how everything's been going on with the clinic, but she also wanted to add Botox to the mix. And of course, she goes off to her marketing degree. You know, she worked for Procter and Gamble. She worked for Pfizer, and he appreciates her input, but he wants to start small. Okay, he doesn't want to bit off no more than he can chew. Okay, and I appreciate you, Eugene, for letting Toya know. I love that you are helping me out, but let's start here, and that is where it's gonna end. Now, Simone and Cecil, they plan a cleaning day for their sons to clean their condo that their sons are living there rent free. And they had already had plans on having this cleaning day. When they got there, their boys was a no-show. And the place was a mess. A mess, a mess, a mess. And my thing is this though, Simone, this is what always annoyed me that you know what, Cecil have coddled their sons for a majority of their life, and now that they are already grown, but yet they still are dependable on y'all taking care of things for them. Okay? Just having flashbacks of Cecil still doing their laundry. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still folding their clothes and putting it away. No, ma'am. Y'all should have been teaching these boys on how to clean up after themselves before the age of 12. They should have been learning how to take out the trash. They should have known how to put a dish away. They should have learned how to do these things so that way when they get old enough, they know how to clean after themselves. Like, oh no. And I loved the fact that when Simone talked about we're cleaning for them, but we're going to charge their asses. Okay. Yeah, charge them. Now, we talk about Quad's party, how it was a great party, and there was a surprise reveal. Quad got a new man. Cecil was happy to hear it. But Simone, she's still stuck on this is her problem with Quad because Quad doesn't share anything with them. Now, Cecil is like, girl, what you want her to do? She revealed the boyfriend. Ain't that enough? Like, isn't that a step in the right direction? Like, let that be embraced. Okay, that's a step. That's a start, right? And Simone, I hear you. I really do hear you on how secretive Quad is, how she doesn't really express anything. She does not talk about what's going on in her life. And yes, she's known this man for a year, but y'all weren't in a good place with Quad. So I don't think y'all should be expecting to know what's going on with her if y'all not in a good place. So like Cecil said, when you have not been in that space where you could feel like you're gonna get welcomed and people are gonna support you, but if they're just gonna want to question you, you don't feel the love. So I get Cecil. Cecil was right. Like, Simone, I want you to let it go. I get why, Simone. I really do get it. But you gotta be not so, like, let it go sometimes, okay? Just let it go. Please, please, please. So once they leave the apartment, they charge the boys almost $400 for the services. And they took a speaker. And we're moving on. So we got Contessa. Contessa is having Phaedra and Sweetie come over. So Contessa talks to Phaedra about how Sweetie acted at the Whitney party. And Contessa understood exactly how Sweetie felt with approaching Heavenly, because Contessa and Heavenly have had their arguments and their issues. And Contessa is just going off, how Heavenly is the worst person in the world. She's emotionally abusive. There have been times where she wanted to choke the shit out of her. And we go back to that season when Contessa and Scott's marriage were revealed, their issues. And Heavenly did what she did, went to her closet, spoke about it. And in my mind, I'm like, Contessa, I hear you. I understand how venomous Heavenly can be, but you did open up about your issues with everybody. I think Heavenly, she just has that overbearing energy where she talks too much, even though she was coming from a place of trying to help you. It's annoying though, but I don't want Contessa to just hold on to that, because it's been over a year. You haven't been on the show. Like, I think at some point you could have reached out to Heavenly and figured it out, but the fact that you waited until you got back on the show to bring up these conversations again, to bring up an issue again, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. But either way. So Sweet Tea comes in and she just talks about how Heavenly does the most, when it comes to social media. Sweet Tea is only having the thought and the pressure in her mind to try to get pregnant, okay? And I don't want to have all this stress, okay? But I don't want to fight back, but if I have to fight back, I will. And she's like, I don't want to be a part of this energy. I don't want to, okay? Because I want to have a baby, but I don't want to be stressed out. Okay, well, don't respond to her when she's on social media, okay? Like, ease up. Sweet Tea, like, you're putting yourself in this position to go to toe-to-toe with Heavenly, which I'm not mad about. I want somebody to go toe-to-toe to Heavenly, to give her the same energy she gives everybody else. So now to talk about Quad's party, how it was very good. And Sweet Tea said, I was okay with me not going. It would have made sense for me not to go. Then we got information of Quad getting a new man. And in the confessional, Sweet Tea, I don't know if they edited it out the way it looks as if you were solely happy to find out Quad got a boyfriend, but baby, don't get beside yourself now. All right? Because then you say that man got some money, because that seems to be very important to her. Now watch it, Sweet Tea, because last season, everybody, well, Heavenly mostly, was calling you a gold digger because you made a comment that read you was a gold digger. But here's my thing. Y'all can't shame another woman for wanting to be with a man who was financially stable. That's what every woman wants. A man who got money. Like, what are we supposed to be expecting? You expect for a woman to find a man that don't got money? You expect a woman to be okay with a man that don't got money? You must be out your mind. Anyway. So Contessa, Phaedra, and Sweet Tea, they all decide to come up with a plan for a trip for all of the ladies to come, maybe around a cottage or a ranch, so they can get away from all the noise and see if they can come to a better place with their issues. Because we have Contessa and Heavenly, Heavenly and Sweet Tea, Quad and Simone, Quad and Sweet Tea. So let's hope this will be a great trip and a bonding trip with everybody. And we're moving on. So now we got Heavenly. Heavenly is overseeing her son Zachary. He is applying to dentistry school and she's paying him for his internship. I'm very happy to see that one of her children is following behind her footsteps to become a dentist. And while overseeing him, he's introducing himself. He is looking at his patient's chart. She's micromanaging him just a little bit. And he's trying to find his rhythm and also tell his mom, I got it. When he said, I got it, mommy, she said, it's not mommy today is Dr. Kimes. But it's like you gotta let the boy, figure it out on his own. You can't keep on overseeing him or shadowing him when he's trying to figure it out. But I guess that's the balance. She can't be in mommy mode at this point. She has to be Dr. Kimes. She has to let her know what her son needs to do. This is the field you're gonna be in. It was just hilarious, though. Very, very hilarious. Okay. Now we move on to Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie is in her office like she always is. She's handling a patient. She is a pro basketball player, and she's about to undergo fibroid surgery because she's going to be the carrier for her and her partner's baby. And that's it. That's all. So all the ladies are going to receive their cowgirl invitation for the getaway trip. They receive a bandana and some spurs from their boots. And Toya said, I'm going to be the one putting out everybody else's fires, okay? I got Simone and Quad, Quad and Letitia, Heavenly and Contessa, Heavenly and Sweet Tea. I don't know if these ladies are going to want to party. I might be partying by myself. So Cecil asked Simone, do you think you're ready for this type of trip with all the ladies and issues that you have? I mean, y'all got a lot of people who are not in a good place with one another. And Simone is only concerned about how she's going to approach the conversation with Quad. Simone is at that place where she wants to apologize to Quad for what was said in New York. But as far as giving her that apology, I have no problem with doing it. But now I'm hearing that she thinks we owe her an apology for how we treated her in Napa. And I don't owe her shit for Napa. So again, Simone is at a standstill. I think that I am only giving her an apology for what was said in New York. I think that's the only thing I can be accountable for. I don't think I am in need to be accountable for what was said in Napa. But Simone is saying the same thing all over again. Whenever her and Quad, they're good. But when something gets on social media, she goes ghost. Quad is never to be seen and she don't know what's going on with her. Like, she can't handle this. I can't handle being in this type of friendship. I don't know. And Simone said, I don't know if Quad can handle being in a friendship where someone call her out on her actions. You're not lying. Quad do have a hard time taking accountability, but I think everybody in this group has their own way of not taking accountability. Okay? And Cecil, again, be the voice of reason, reminds Simone, just like Jackie said last season, the apology is for you. Okay? Y'all both need to be honest. Y'all both have to express how y'all feel about one another. And I understand Simone's feelings, but Simone, you got to push the initiative. How long are you going to go on without talking to her, okay? You can't always expect things to go wrong because you want Quad to be open and she's not open, but you're not giving her that space to be open. Y'all can't expect her to be open like she was before. She has been going through a lot, so y'all got to give her a bit of a break, okay? So now we get on to Phaedra. Phaedra is in her co-parent mode. Apollo comes over to pick up the boys and she tells him about her going out of town for about 5 days and thinking that Apollo could be okay with the kids for that long. He might be. We get the backstories if we didn't know that Apollo and Phaedra, they've been way back when since the 90s, okay? They've had an on and off relationship. And all they want to do is co-parent. That's it, that's all, okay? Then at the reunion, we found out that Apollo is not allowed inside her house. He comes over all the time. He's just not allowed because she doesn't want that energy. Because he's crazy as hell. We all know that. That's why you married him. But you're divorced, so it is what it is. Oh, when she talks about going out of town, she lets him know who she's going out of town with. And it's the women that he met in New York. And she said, Toya, you remember Toya? Toya mentioned to me a couple of weeks ago that she saw you at the grocery store. And it was a flashback. Toya said, I ran into your ex? I did, because I wanted to know what was going on with him after all the cheating thing happened on social media. All the news broke out. Everybody that I have listened to have covered that story. And she's like, oh, wow, really? Really? Phaedra, she be acting so oblivious when she knows what's going on, but she doesn't want to talk about it. Like, her guard is completely up, right? And, Toya was just talking, making conversations, since what's been going on with Apollo. You think that him and Phaedra might have an opportunity of being back together? And Phaedra, she didn't like it, okay? She felt like Toya is being messy, okay? And it's kind of funny coming from her calling somebody else messy. And he said they didn't really talk much, just her wondering about marital affairs. They were like, oh my God, how nosy. Girl, Phaedra, you can miss me with this oblivious mindset. You really don't want to express what's going on. You don't want to, you know, talk about what you got going on. Like, you really just think you could just be here and coast without talking about what you got going on in your life. But we all know Phaedra likes to pretend. Phaedra likes to fake the funk. She don't really talk about what she got going on. And as far as for Apollo, Apollo's itching for him to be back in the spotlight of reality TV because this is what he loves. Okay, he loves the attention. And they talked to Toya in the confessional about how she was messy. Okay, I know y'all think I'm being messy, but I'm not, okay? We don't know nothing about Phaedra. Only what they have known with her being on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Other than that, Phaedra has not talked about her life since she was casted on Married to Medicine, okay? Because she's heavily guarded and she don't want to answer any questions. She just wants to have that lawyer mentality and just only speak in like certain terms and use certain words to be like, I'm not answering this. This is what you're going to get from me. You're not getting nothing else from me. Don't ask me nothing else. Like, complete straightforward. I am not talking about anything you want me to talk about. But what you doing on reality TV though, Phaedra? You can't coast by being on a reality show and not talk about your life, okay? And as far as being on Married to Medicine, because we all know you are not allowed on the Real Housewives of Atlantic Spectre because of what we've already known from Phaedra since she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Everybody is wondering what has she been up to since then. But Phaedra is secretive as well, and Phaedra lies too. So, not doing this with Phaedra. We're moving on. We get Sweet Tea. She's at home. She's FaceTiming her sister. Her sister is pregnant. She's having a little girl. And of course, finding out her sister is pregnant, it does put more pressure on Sweet Tea to want to be pregnant as well. Now, she's experiencing some pelvic pain and menstrual pain due to her endometriosis. And then they're having a conversation about IVF. Sounds like a lot for Sweet Tea to handle all of this. And she said, you know, you're not infertile unless you try for a year, and they've only just started trying. But she's also wondering, how long do you try? And what is the cutoff time for Greg? Because we all know he is older. And as far as him being present for his practice and everything, he said, looking at my schedule, I look at about 2 years. Letitia starts to cry because that's very soon. 2 years do go by very fast, and it's a lot more pressure. And I'm like, Sweet Tea, I need you to be mindful of how much pressure you're putting on your body. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't even like want her to feel that pressure when he told her that the years that they can start trying. And they need to have a conversation about how badly do they want a child. And then they talk about adoption. Adoption is an option for families who do want to have a baby. You know, adoption is another option you can use if you really want a child. There's nothing wrong with adoption. And maybe that's their route, you know, because I do think Letitia really badly wants to be able to experience carrying her own child, you know. I do think that Greg wants to have his own children, but I don't want y'all to just circle y'all lives around trying to get pregnant, because then it's going to take a toll on Sweet Tea's body. It's going to take a toll on y'all's relationship. And maybe y'all shouldn't be so focused on having children right now. I understand. Time is of the essence. There's no proper time to have a baby. But when you decide to get married to an older man who don't have a lot of time left as far as being able to carry children, you just got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want Sweet Tea to have that experience of being a mom, because she is discovering how she will be when she becomes a mother. She wants to embrace that journey in her own motherhood, but maybe don't put so much pressure on yourself, because I think Greg is excited, but maybe y'all should just be with y'all. Maybe y'all should just enjoy being married for a minute and then talk about having children. And we're going to move on, because now everybody is getting ready for the trip. Simone and Henley were on the phone. Henley talks about Phaedra coming by, being messy, because he talks about Contessa and Heavenly. Heavenly believes that her and Contessa are good. When did you get that? Because Contessa is still upset at you. And it's all about apologies. This entire episode was about apologies. Heavenly is tired of apologizing because she feels like I'm the only one who gets told they have to apologize. Do I get any credit for my apologies? No, because your apologies end up being backhanded and then you end up talking shit. So no, Heavenly, your apologies don't get credit. Got it? So Simone said maybe Phaedra is just trying to navigate you guys all be in a good place, you know? And then Simone started, not Simone, what's her name? Heavenly. She started talking fast. She started to get a bit irate, and Simone caught it. Okay, your tone changed with me because of what I said. I'm not Contessa. Don't bring that to me, okay? We're good where we are. Don't bring that over here, okay? So all the ladies make it to the airport to fly to Orlando. The ladies are in the Sprinter vans, and Toya is very aware. These ladies cannot spend 4 days without talking about their issues, and they will. It's going to be a shit show. So Simone led a prayer so that this entire trip can be filled with fun, laughter, amazing memories. While praying, there's flashbacks of arguments, yelling, crying. Oh my Lord. To be continued. I am excited for the upcoming episode because I want to know how is all of this going to pan out. I'm really excited. But y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.